the Ballon d'Or. Honestly, it creates more fuss than anything else on the planet. Wars, elections, they can wait. The moment the Ballon d'Or season hits, the whole world's only focus is on who deserves the top spot in football. And every single time, it's the same story. Debates flood in with one side screaming, "robbed," while others claim it was well earned. But think about it. This award is absurd. It shouldn't even exist. Why? Because football is a team sport. No player, no matter how many goals they score or how many skills they flash, is anything without their team. This obsession with the Ballon d'Or just takes away from what the game's really about. So let's look at recent Ballon d'Or history and break down why this is possibly the most unnecessary trophy in football. Yet somehow, every player still dreams of getting their hands on it. Before we kick off, make sure to subscribe to GOAT Blender for the best in football stories, epic highlights, and the debates every fan loves. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and let's hear what you think. If you've been keeping up with the news lately, it probably seems like the only thing happening in the world right now is the Ballon d'Or drama. The biggest headline for many is all about which footballer's ego is bruised, or which club is throwing a fit over this golden ball. And fun fact, it's not even real gold. It's made of a wax-like substance covered with a bit of 18-karat gold plating, worth around $1,780 as scrap. Pretty much for something that's supposed to be the peak of individual glory in football, right? But seriously, if you thought the Ballon d'Or was just about crowning the best player, think again. It's about stirring up debates, fueling rivalries, and giving clubs like Real Madrid a reason to throw tantrums if their guy doesn't win. Just look at what happened this year. The rumor mill was buzzing that Vinicius Jr., after a season filled with goals, assists, and trophies, was going to win. But of course, leaks spoiled everything before the actual ceremony, and in a twist, it turned out Rodri had taken the crown instead. Real Madrid didn't even bother sending representatives to the ceremony, even though they still took home the Men's Club of the Year award. They even put out a statement saying that if Vinicius did not win, then surely the award should go to another Madrid player, Dani Carvajal. Their main point? UEFA and Ballon d'Or committee just do not respect Real Madrid, and because of that, they have zero respect for the award itself. I mean, that's next level sulking right there. And yet all this fuss begs the question, why do people still care about this thing? It's a bit like a popularity contest that pretends to be all about skill and performance. And when you dig into how voting works, it makes even less sense. Most people think the Ballon d'Or is about who was the best player of the year, but the criteria? They're all over the place. France Football, the ones who organize this whole circus, doesn't just look at how well a player performed in a season. It's a mix of how they performed in key matches, their overall class and talent, and even their whole career. So based on those loose rules, the award has always been controversial. And don't even get me started on how Robert Lewandowski lost his chance in 2020 because the award was cancelled due to COVID, even though football was still being played behind closed doors. Every year, the Ballon d'Or feels like a scripted soap opera for football. Yet it's one everyone seems desperate to be a part of, even if it means getting caught up in the controversy that follows every single year. So here's the real issue with the Ballon d'Or. For starters, it doesn't capture the full picture of football. It has always focused on forwards and attacking players, even though football has so much more going on. Every year, you've got defenders and midfielders putting in absolute shifts, holding down the fort, creating chances, and breaking down plays. And yet, it's the attackers who always get the limelight. We're talking players who don't just score, but completely dominate games, who change the pace and the outcome through intelligent positioning, tackles, and vision. But when was the last time a true midfield maestro or a rock-solid defender got recognized as the best? In fact, if you look at past winners, it's always the same few names, players who score the most goals or make the most headlines. Sure, they're amazing, but this way of selecting misses a huge part of what makes a player truly great. It misses the players who do the gritty work, the engine players who keep their teams moving. Think of Victor Gyökeres again. This guy is pure energy and determination. He's aggressive, always pressing, always finding space to hurt defenders. He's got that raw hustle that you just can't teach. But his work doesn't get highlighted by the Ballon d'Or. He's not in one of the big clubs, and he's not playing in those overhyped leagues. So what happens? The award doesn't even give him a chance. And let's talk about defenders. These guys are out there doing the hardest job on the pitch, stopping world-class attackers, putting their bodies on the line, organizing the backline, covering for mistakes, and keeping the team in the game. Yet the last defender to win was Fabio Cannavaro in 2006. And that was after he led Italy to a World Cup win with one of the best defensive performances of all time. Before that, you'd have to go all the way back to the days when defenders and goalkeepers had a slim chance of being in the conversation. That bias is clear. The Ballon d'Or has a thing for goal scorers. It overlooks the players who defend, create, and bring balance. Then there's the entire process. People voting for the Ballon d'Or aren't even players, coaches, or people who truly know what's happening on the pitch. They're journalists, people who, for the most part, are removed from the day-to-day grind of football. They're influenced by media hype, the narratives around certain players, and let's be real, they've got favorites. So what do we get? A list of favorites who get votes based on reputation, headlines, and a few highlight moments. How fair is that? It's like letting fans pick a popular player rather than genuinely assessing the best. Look at Messi and Ronaldo's dominance over the last decade. These guys were phenomenal, no question. But did that mean that there was no one else in the game performing at a world-class level? Players like Lewandowski, Ribéry, and even Sneijder had insane seasons, breaking records and influencing the game just as much, if not more. Yet they missed out because they didn't fit the Ballon d'Or profile. It's as if once you're in the Ballon d'Or elite club, you're always a favorite. And for the rest, tough luck. There have been plenty of players who have every right to feel robbed by the Ballon d'Or voting process over the years, and some of the snubs are truly unreal. Starting in 2003, Thierry Henry had an unforgettable season with Arsenal. He registered 24 goals and 25 assists, making him the only player in English football history to surpass 20 in both categories in a single season. Despite leading the Gunners to an FA Cup victory, Henry was edged out by Pavel Nedved when the voting came around. Nedved's Juventus won the Scudetto, but he didn't come close to matching Henry's individual performance. It's a crime that Henry doesn't have a Ballon d'Or to show for his incredible exploits that year. Fast forward to 2004, and Deco was left feeling hard done by. Andrei Shevchenko won the Ballon d'Or after scoring 36 goals and helping AC Milan to win Serie A. But Deco's achievements with Porto were remarkable. He scored 9 goals and assisted 25, playing a key role in Porto's treble under Jose Mourinho. Deco also shone in the Champions League final, winning Man of the Match. Despite his contributions, he didn't get the recognition he deserved. Moving on to 2010, Wesley Sneijder had a phenomenal year that should have seen him contend for the Ballon d'Or. While Messi took home his second award, Sneijder was crucial for Inter Milan, leading them to a treble and playing a key role in the Netherlands reaching the World Cup final. He scored and assisted like a boss, tying as the World Cup's top scorer and winning 4 Man of the Match awards. However, he was edged out by Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta, which led Inter's president to express outrage over the voting. Then, in 2013, Frank Ribéry was the architect of Bayern Munich's historic treble. He accumulated 34 goal contributions that season, leading Bayern to triumph in the Bundesliga, DFB Pokal, and Champions League. Yet, when the Ballon d'Or voting took place, Cristiano Ronaldo claimed the award despite Real Madrid not winning a single trophy that year. Ribéry later expressed that it felt like a political choice, highlighting how unfair it was given his incredible season. 2018 saw another significant snub, this time for Cristiano Ronaldo. While Luka Modric broke the Messi-Ronaldo stranglehold on the award, Ronaldo had a stellar year, netting 44 goals in 44 games, including 15 in the Champions League. Despite this, Modric won the award thanks to his pivotal role in Real Madrid's Champions League triumph and Croatia's surprise run to the World Cup final. Ronaldo's sister took to social media to express her frustration, calling the situation rotten and hinting at mafia-like influences. Fast forward to 2020 and 2021, Robert Lewandowski was a force to be reckoned with. In the 2019-20 season, he scored an astonishing 55 goals, helping Bayern Munich to a treble. But due to the pandemic, the Ballon d'Or ceremony was cancelled that year. In 2021, he bounced back with another jaw-dropping 62 goals. And it felt like a formality that he would finally claim the award. However, he still finished behind Messi, who acknowledged Lewandowski in his acceptance speech, saying he deserved the 2020 Ballon d'Or. It was frustrating to see Lewandowski walk away with only the inaugural Gerd Müller Striker of the Year award when he should have been celebrated with the Ballon d'Or. Then we have 2023, where Erling Haaland had an explosive season. He hit 52 goals in 53 games, helping Manchester City achieve a historic treble. But despite all that, Messi took home his 8th Ballon d'Or, largely due to his World Cup heroics with Argentina. This led to outrage from figures like Lothar Matthäus, who labeled the final vote a farce. Many felt Haaland was robbed after such an incredible season. Finally, in 2024, Vinicius Jr. emerged as one of the most dangerous attackers in the world. He played a crucial role in Real Madrid's success, helping them win La Liga and the Champions League. However, when Rodri won the Ballon d'Or, it left fans and pundits stunned. Vinicius likely suffered from a split vote with his teammate Jude Bellingham, and the Madrid squad even boycotted the award ceremony in Paris, showcasing their displeasure. These examples highlight the inconsistencies and biases that exist with the Ballon d'Or. It often feels like the focus is too much on forwards and attacking players, and the voting process doesn't always reflect the players who truly impacted their teams and the season overall. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think got robbed the hardest? It's wild how some of the best seasons went without the recognition they deserved. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more football content. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Peace.